was completely cut out of his parents' will. The client was deported after his criminal sentence. We were able to settle his matter without having to go to a trial and get him quite a reasonably good outcome.
Hello Yolandi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you, Cara?
Good, thank you. Thank you for sitting down with us today.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, so my name's Yolandi. I am one of the estate solicitors at the firm here. I work predominantly in estate litigation, but I also touch a bit on deceased estates generally. The estate litigation that we do here generally falls within two categories. I would say the most common cases that we get are family provision applications, which is essentially when people come to us because they haven't been provided for adequately in someone's will. And then the other kind of category, I suppose, is someone coming to us because they want to try and overturn a will because it's not genuine or valid.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments between, I guess, you guys are the middlemen in these sort of situations, but how do you handle the conflict between families?
Yeah, look, it's very, very common in these types of matters to have conflict between family members. I think everyone's emotions are already so heightened because you've just lost someone who's quite dear to you. And I think then you have issues now about people getting money that they shouldn't or people not being provided for as they should. So it's definitely, there's a lot of conflict usually. I think the approach that we try to take is just to be that voice for our client, get their point across in a manner that is appropriate but still stern.
Yeah, it's that balance between being like professional and courteous at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had, in the last few years, a family provision application matter where we acted for the applicant. He was completely cut out of his parents' will. He had been charged and sentenced with a serious criminal offence, and his parent was so disappointed in what he had done, he decided to remove him completely from his will.
Yeah.
The client was actually deported after his criminal sentence, so he was deported back overseas to a country where he hadn't lived for most of his adult life. He was in quite a bad financial situation. He had no money, he had no job, no support. As a result, he had a pretty good claim for family provision application. Now the other side were arguing disentitling conduct, which is a premise that you can say that because an individual has engaged in disentitling conduct, they are not entitled to anything from their parents' estate. Now, we had said that in fact what had happened was not disentitling conduct, and through the matter, going back and forth and being able to argue our client's case, we were in fact able to settle his matter without having to go to a trial and get him quite a reasonably good outcome. He got some financial provision from his parents' estate due to our assistance and intervention in the matter.